Hello and welcome from the summer themed office here at Firefly Studios. Today we're going to be revealing our second content roadmap for Stronghold Warlords. And trust me, there is a link between the roadmap and the summer theme, just bear with me. Back in March, we revealed our first set of planned updates. That was named the Spring Summer Roadmap to give you some idea of when the content would actually be ready for you to download and try out at home. Now, as part of this initial roadmap, we added, no, wait a second, I need to have my sunglasses off for this. We added extreme difficulty, we added increased troop limits, new multiplayer keeps, 8 new maps, AI improvements, Sun Tzu AI opponent, freeboard invasions, increased build areas, our first Skirmish Trail. Also in that update was a new unit in the form of the Samurai Lancer, 2 new Warlords, and the field hospital structure for healing units, along with various other fixes and other game improvements. So today, hot off the heels of our big version 1.4 Skirmish Trail update, we're letting you know exactly what's coming to Stronghold Warlords during the summer and autumn months. So let's get straight to it. I give you the new roadmap. Actually, wait, hold on. Aaron, can we do something to hype this up a little bit more? I don't know how the rest of it goes. So let's get to it, starting today with version 1.5, an update which is now currently live on Steam and GOG. Version 1.5 is focused entirely on bug fixing and general game improvements. Now I know that's not the sexiest news in the world, but it still boots the ground game dev, and honestly, if you're watching a dev diary, you probably need to be interested in bug fixes. New content has been the second most common request from players after launch, and as such, a large part of our focus thus far has been on adding these extra player requested features. So now, having added this first phase of content, with more on the way soon, we thought this was a great opportunity to focus purely on fixes and general improvements. It's kind of like if you had an F1 car, right? So we've been updating the big hitters, the chassis, the gearbox, the front wing. I don't know what any of these things are. Aaron wrote this section. Now we need a little time to tinker with the tire pressure and other car things that I have no idea about because I'm not into cars. What fixes, you say? Well, because I'm speaking to you from the past, and this video is being recorded before the update is actually ready, I can't say just yet. Now, I wonder what future Nick is going to be doing when we release this video.
Come on. What? Come on, you motherfucker. Yes!
The good news is that we have patch notes. Yes, glorious patch notes. Simply follow the link in the description below to find out exactly what's new in version 1.5. Now, another common request from players post-launch was actually new maps. So we've actually already added 8 of these to the game since launch. I think I said 5 in a previous video, so sorry about that. It's 8, not 5. Our 8 post-launch maps released thus far have tried to balance requests for larger play areas with other feedback. That includes more build space for your Stronghold and also reduced estate footprints for Warlords. And don't forget, you can always check out our Steam workshop page, which has over 400 maps developed by the wonderful Stronghold community. There's even one with a massive dragon carved into the land. I have no idea how they did that, but it's very cool. Now, before we continue, if you want to see in-depth trailers and gameplay videos for all the milestones that are highlighted in today's roadmap video, then make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on to be the first to see them in the coming weeks. You can even write first in the comments and be that guy. Now, onto something a little different. Who knows what this is? I know, but I can't tell you because marketing, sorry. Our final mystery update in the minor updates track is something familiar and yet quite different. especially for fans who have been following our updates on Steam over the past few years. Beyond that, all I can really say is that we're going to have some fun with this one. Expect a weird but hopefully wonderful video from Aaron when we're ready to reveal it. Now, when it comes to post-launch requests, additional AI opponents were at the top of many players' lists, and after the positive reception for Sun Tzu, we are going to add another Khan to the game. Grandson of the great Genghis, or Chenghis for you pronunciation sticklers out there, Kublai Khan was the 5th Khan of the Mongol Empire. In-game, Kublai Khan will play somewhat like his predecessor Genghis, albeit with a more lordly playing style. This new AI opponent will favour luxurious materials, such as the one used to make my lovely shirt. Sorry, Karen. Sorry. This new AI opponent will favour luxurious materials, such as the one used to make my lovely shirt, to boost his economy, and will only settle for the best militarily, favouring the use of Imperial-class soldiers in his army. Let's just say that if you're taking Kublai Khan out to dinner, it better be a high-end Michelin star kind of affair. And it better not serve horse burgers. In terms of his in-game personality and of course the taunts, Kublai Khan is very much the spoiled brat and flamboyant prince of our roster. As the inheritor of an empire raised in luxury, Kublai Khan's upbringing and adolescence was a far cry from his grandfather's tooth and nail survival story. Player feedback was really positive for our first Warlords DLC in terms of the challenge on offer and the content itself. So we'll be looking to build on that with the addition of 6 new missions and 2 extra Warlords. While I'll save revealing these 2 Warlords for a later date, I can say that the campaign itself will follow Kublai Khan in China, and not when he's in Korea and Japan, which didn't go so well for Kublai Khan. From battles with the southern Dali Kingdom around 1253 through to the Battle of Xianyang in 1268, expect to learn plenty about our second Khan, as we recreate his famous conflicts and sieges. Another major post-release update will also arrive in the form of our second Skirmish Trail. After the warm reception of our first Skirmish Trail, released last month with version 1.4, we felt confident that new trails would go down well with players. And not only will our next Skirmish Trail update expansion give you more trail missions, it will also challenge you across classic Stronghold maps recreated in Warlords. That's right, we're building new maps based on fan favourites from past games, so if you have a particularly beloved skirmish map that, sits peacefully in your memory from an earlier title, then please do sound off in the comments below and make yourself heard. As with our first Skirmish Trail update, this second major piece of content will also add a new unit in the form of the Thunderbomb Thrower and a new Warlord, the Wolf Warlord. Ow! Again, just like with the Rat Warlord, this is the Wolf Warlord, not the Wolf, just in case you're expecting the big guy to return. As the name suggests, our new unit will pose a fiery threat from range, while the Wolf Warlord combines smarts with cunning, relentlessly pursuing his opponent once he's got them in his sights. We'll have much more details on this big update, including the final map and mission count, once we're ready to actually release it on Steam and GOG. Now, obviously, just as was the case during the development of our first content roadmap, there will be other smaller features, improvements, and fixes introduced over the course of the next few months. Being flexible on updates and content has allowed us to address a host of issues since launch, and we'll continue to do that throughout this year and, of course, on future titles. That said, we hope you like the look of the summer-autumn roadmap and where our focus is for the game moving forward. If you're playing Stronghold Warlords, please do leave us a user review either on Steam or GOG with your thoughts. And as always, if you liked today's video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe here on Firefly Studios YouTube for more Stronghold content every month.